guys, what's up, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be kind of continuing on the whole Balenciaga thing, though this time it's not really about Balenciaga as much as it is about the parent company, the company that owns them, which is Kering. We established that Kering owned a series of other big name brands, one of which is Gucci. So recently a video was posted by Alexandra Gucci-Zarini, who is the heiress of the Gucci family. Now, in that video, she discusses child sexual abuse, so you've been warned if that's something you can't watch. I'll put a timestamp so you can skip it, though obviously what she says is very important, so if you can watch it, sit through it. What happens in this video is basically that she says that she is filing a lawsuit against her stepfather, her mother, her grandmother, and others because, like I said, she was sexually abused as a child and nobody stood up for her, but I do think that her words are more important than mine in explaining this, so here's the clip.
I'm filing a lawsuit against my stepfather, mother, grandmother, and others because I was sexually abused by my stepfather, Joseph Ruffalo, from the age of 6 years old. My mother, Patricia Gucci, and grandmother, Bruna Palombo, did not protect me. They did not shield me. They allowed it to happen. But I am coming forward publicly today because as hard as this is for me, I feel it is my duty to expose the misconceptions about child sexual abuse and to raise awareness that every single day we, as a society, are failing to protect the most vulnerable and innocent among us, our children. If you think this doesn't happen here in Beverly Hills, then you should know that my perpetrator still lives in California, spends time at the Bel Air Country Club, and volunteers in your children's hospitals. This is not something that only happens to other families, in other neighborhoods, or other countries. It is everywhere and happens to children in all countries, all states, all ethnic backgrounds, and all neighborhoods. I'm also speaking out because when I was abused and sexually assaulted, I had no one to protect me, no one to save me, and no one who did anything about it. This is far too common. There needs to be accountability for those people who look away and who don't stop child sexual abuse from happening. That inaction is costing us lives and robbing children of their future. Once children have been abused, they will struggle to come forward because they believe they will be judged. But it is the perpetrators and those who protect them that need to be judged, not the survivors. Survivors of child sexual abuse, myself included, will tell you that this is one of the worst things that can happen to you. You lose your childhood and you fight against the painful legacy abuse leaves with you your entire life. In my late teens and early 20s, I experimented with drugs for a couple of years to help deal with the memories and the trauma of my abuse. It took me many years to become more grounded in who I was.
The reason that I'm bringing this up is because there are a lot of things that are adding up. As you guys hopefully well know by now, I do not really enjoy being a conspiracy theorist. I just feel like it gives in to my paranoid sides, and I feel like if I go too far, a spiral will inevitably happen, so I do not invest in those. That being said, here there are some connecting threads. What you make of those is up to you. I'm just saying there are connections there that are undeniable. We had Balenciaga, right? Now we have Gucci. Both of those are owned by Kering. If you recall from my Balenciaga video, I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it, but there's also the case of the Pinault family, specifically François-Henri Pinault, who owns Christie's. Christie's has this art. This creepy art of children with penises instead of noses, statues of naked children, overall very creepy art, if you want to call it art. All of these things are starting to line up in a way that is really distressing to me. Child sexual abuse is a widespread problem. It obviously touches every corner of the world, every part of society, everywhere. That being said, I do think that there are some parts of society that get away with it more because they have the means to get away with it, such as having an island where you go specifically to take advantage of young people, or people generally for that matter. I think that having money obviously helps as well to cover things up. So amongst these elite, amongst these massive fashion houses where the heads, the people at the top of the chain make God knows how much money, I think this child sexual abuse is just easier to cover up. I'm not saying it necessarily happens there more because I don't really know. I don't think anyone knows the accurate numbers for that. Covering shit up is a lot easier when you're a millionaire than if you have nothing. So I'm gonna put that there. A lot of people now are questioning not only Kering as a group, because I mean, as much as Kering may maybe have nothing to do with it, you have two of your fashion houses right now being exposed for completely disgusting behavior. It's just normal that at this point people are gonna start questioning, okay, what about the other brands that they own? Is there a thread that connects all of these brands, aka is Kering that thread? Or are these brands just full of depraved creeps? It could really be either, could be both, nobody knows. That being said, I feel like every day there's a new update of some new brand in the Kering group, or whatever you want to call it, that's being exposed. Frankly, I'm really glad that Zarini is going to be filing a lawsuit because frankly, not only is this dangerous for other children that are in the family, that are connected to any of the families that were in these scandals, but generally speaking, there clearly, in my opinion, is a pattern of getting away with a series of things, not just child sexual abuse, but generally depraved behavior in my opinion. So it's time that someone really brings these people to court and hopefully we can get some kind of consequence here, because the way in which all of this is just coming out, I don't think surprises that many people because we see it all the time in any big industry. A lot of the time the people at the top are not the type of society we'd like to have, let's put it that way, for a lot of different reasons. So hopefully something will come out of this. It's truly astounding to me that in this particular case of Alexandra Gucci Zarini that nobody defended her, nobody came to her aid. I find that particularly heartbreaking, which is also why I specifically want something to happen. I want the people who hurt her to face repercussions, the people who knew about it and were negligent, who just like didn't do anything. I want there to be repercussions for them too. It's absolutely insane to me to think that parents, family would know and just stand by and be like, well, I guess this is happening. I truly have no words, only insults here, guys. That's really the update. I don't know why I have this feeling of dread that more stuff is gonna just keep coming out, because truly, that's what's been happening until now. The ball has started rolling and it hasn't stopped yet. So you guys can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you think there's another brand in the Kering group that you think is going to be exposed next for some type of deranged behavior. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.